This is the Respect for Acting Academy Best Performances live of Clubhouse. We are so excited to bring everyone these amazing performers. These actors have poured their hearts, their souls, they've bared them. And now not only do you get to hear them, but you get to see them as well. We are so graciously hosted by the one, the only Queen of Respect for Acting Academy, Josie Thacker. We have special guest, Laura Thede, DDO agency founder, and we have a few other special guests who will be dropping in soon. Josie, it's an honor to be here with you. It truly is. This is an absolute pleasure.
I don't hear you, Gil. Do you, Laura, do you hear me?
I heard Gil and I hear you loud and clear.
Hold on, we're having a little technical difficulties. Hold on, 1 second, guys. There
Yay,
you are.
LB, BH Talent.
There we go. Hi.
I don't know why, but I'm the only one who cannot hear Gil. I can't hear. Can you guys hear each other? I'm having technical difficulties, but perhaps it's just me. So you guys can hear each other?
I can hear everyone loud and clear.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear Gil.
Right. I don't know why this is happening, but we are live and the show must go on. So I'm going to be trying to figure out why I'm the only one who cannot hear y'all. But if y'all can hear y'all, then Gil, take it away. Gil, we're going to make sure that we introduce our special guest. Okay, so please take over introducing our wonderful judges. And then we're going to go ahead and introduce our special guest, Kamarian, okay, before the actors begin, okay?
It would be my honor and my pleasure.
Y'all hear me? We're good.
Oh, we can hear you great and see you clearly. You're gorgeous with this lovely, vibrant pink
radiant. The devil is a liar. That's all I'm going to say, okay? He's a liar. We're fabulous. Let's go on, guys.
Absolutely. Well, it is honestly a pleasure to be here with all of you. We have the very special panelist judges, Judge Agent Laura Thede of DDO Artists and Judge Agent Lene LB Bell of BH Talent. Ladies, please give yourself a brief introduction. This is an honest pleasure to get to see and hear you from Clubhouse. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hello. Thank you, Gil. So good to see you. It's so nice to see you and Josie and everyone's faces on here after talking so much on Clubhouse. But my name is Laura Thede. As he said, I am a talent agent and partner at DDO Artist Agency, so specifically in the youth and young adult division. I work in the LA office. We have offices in LA, Chicago, and New York, and we represent kids for TV, film, print, commercials, and voiceover. And yeah, I've been an agent for about 8 years, and before that, I did casting. Happy to be here. Excited to see everyone's performances tonight. You're going to be all amazing.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lene, aka LB with BH Talent. I am the founder and talent agent, full service talent. Yes, my client Gil, full service talent agency. We work with adults, youth, voiceovers, TV, film, commercials, literary department. Well, we're a full service agency, and I am so excited to be here. And I can't wait to see the talent we have on here coming today. Hey, Laura, how are you?
This is an amazing night. I'm truly so excited. I mean, Laura, you've popped in for a few of the rooms. LB has been. This is going to be so amazing, not only because we get to hear these best performances, we will be able to see them. So I'm so excited for this. I'm actually really, I've got goosebumps. Tingles.
I love it. I love it.
Can you guys hear me?
We can. You're back, Josie. Listen, we're celebrating in the queendom of all that's Josie Thacker. We're happy to be here. So,
oh my goodness, the enemy is a liar. I am here. I did not hear a word that you said. Did you introduce our lovely guests?
Absolutely. They're all introduced now. we have to introduce one guest that has to get introduced. The one and only Fly Queen Forever, founder of Be Fly Create, Josie Thacker. You've got to give an introduction, Queen. You have to.
Oh my goodness. Welcome everyone. I'm so sorry. This is just crazy. It's just, anyway, it's a beautiful evening. I am so excited to be here. I am so excited to have all of you wonderful guests here with us tonight. What can I tell you? This is really just labor of love. I'm always trying to create spaces for our actors. I'm always not trying. And you didn't correct me.
Because I love you, Josie. You look so gorgeous. I can't correct you today. I'm like, Josie, you are glowing in all of your glory. I'm not here to correct. I'm here to support you.
I got cute for all of you. I got cute. I got my makeup done.
I did it.
I'm like, wait, Josie, are you married?
It's everything.
Valentine's Day, what's going on? This pink, this vibrant Aphrodite.
I had to do the pink. But listen, it's a beautiful evening. It's a beautiful evening for us to get together and allow these wonderful, wonderful actors to shine through. It was so wonderful to have experienced them on Clubhouse, and it was a no-brainer that we should put a face to them. And so I just want to thank you, Gil. It's been such a wonderful journey with you. Laura, we fell in love at Hello. LB, you already know it was like we were sisters from another mother since day one. And it's so beautiful to have you guys with me. I feel so loved and supported this evening. So thank you so much. I do want to get the show running. I know Laura's got to get out of here. LB, I'm sure, has got some big contracts to sign, and Gil's always in demand. Our actors are waiting, so I won't delay anymore. Let's introduce, Gil, our first special guest.
Our first special guest is none other than Kamarian Miller. Is that correct, Josie?
Yes.
Absolutely.
So let's get him up here.
Hi, can everyone see and hear me fine?
Yes, we can.
All right. So today I'll be performing an original spoken word poem called The Price. My whole life I wanted to be unique. The one that strayed from the herd. I told myself I was special before I could even spell the word. In grade school, played the games no one else played. Couldn't wait for dress down days. My confidence high as balloons. Went up to the board just so I could walk in front of class and show I had the freshest fit in the room. I wanted to stand out, be the source of all envy, full of myself, but why do I still feel empty? I didn't want to be like anybody else. When they went right, I went left, which left me all by myself. And that's when I realized. Fitting in feels good for a second, then it's gone, wearing off like cheap cologne. Originality is priceless, but the price of being different is being alone. And is that a price that I want to pay? When finding someone who understands me, it's like finding a needle in a stack of hay. When in a calming situations, I feel like I'm in danger. Even with family, I feel I'm surrounded by strangers. Every time we get together to eat, it feels like the same awkward meet and greet that happens again and again and again, and everybody's playing pretend. Don't get me wrong. I love my family always. But to them, it seems like my only role is being a golden boy that gets all A's. But I know they'd be shocked with an extension cord when they find out the last time I made the honor roll is when we had assemblies for it. And I'd be rich if I had $1 for every second I spend when I'm with my friends and I still feel like I don't fit in. We have fun for a while. Everything goes how I planned out. Then I got to leave. My phone's fully charged, but my social battery ran out. I do a bunch of fake laughs just to hide it. I kept my feelings private too. So I guess it makes sense that when they went to public, I went to private school. Middle school was easier, less people, more order. Then came high school and I went from being a big fish in a small pond to a fish out of water. People that looked like me were few and far between. I felt like a chocolate chip in a big bowl of vanilla ice cream. Adapting was far from easy. thinking I had to shake hands and talk proper just like they did on TV. I felt out of place quick because I never quite clicked with any of the high school cliques. To a lot of them, clout and fitting in was all that mattered. In the halls, a bunch of fake smiles and fake laughter. High school was nothing like the movies, but it was still full of actors. I guess I was in a lane of my own. Even at the football games, couldn't tell the difference between away and home. Then a bell rings and I go home. But is home really home at all? Because where I'm from, I only fit in if I rap or shoot a basketball. But as soon as I pronounce a word right, they say I talk white. Like, I just can't be black. I got to match every single stereotype just to back it up. And if I don't, well, I guess I'm not black enough. So where do I belong since I live in a bubble? I don't fit in like the piece that got boxed the wrong puzzle. Is that the price that I want to pay? A price more expensive than diamonds and pearls. But it's who I am. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. And it's okay to unmute and let him clap so we can hear it, okay? Absolutely, it's okay to unmute.
I loved it. I loved it.
Really, 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 really nice. Listen, Kamarian, we wanted to invite you because we wanted you to be, we wanted to recognize you. You were one of the youngest ones, and I know that you came into it as, you know, into our Kids Way Club, but I thought it was important. How old are you?
I'm 18.
18, and I wanted you to be included here with our adults. And so I just wanted to welcome you, and I just thought, do you remember when he performed this, Gil?
I do, just because he said he said a very vibrant word among some kids, and I was like, oh, but it was a great poem.
Right, he's an amazing young man. Kamarian, I just wanted to really highlight you. I was so moved by your work. Kamarian, guys, he actually wrote this piece himself. So I just really wanted to highlight you and start the evening with you. We really need to support our young artists. This is an incredible piece, and you did such a great job performing it tonight. So thank you so much for being here. All right, thank you for sharing your gift with us, Kamarian. All right, you're so welcome.
I have to say, Josie, I see all these emojis from people on YouTube and Facebook. I'm like, there's no snap emoji.
Okay. Let's see. Let's jump into it. We had this whole thing planned. We had some. We've really had some little technical difficulties here. It's not exactly how the show was started, but we're gonna just go ahead and go with the flow. We're gonna just flow with it, okay, guys? So, all right. Next up, we are going to have our first performer, which is Noelle. So we're going to go ahead and bring Noelle up. We're going to add her.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Noelle. How are you?
I'm well. How are you? I'm grateful to be here.
We're grateful to have you here, too. And Noelle, this is Laura Theed, and that's LB. And you already know Gil.
Yes.
And tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Noelle Mayers. I'm based in North Jersey, and I have been acting in musicals, plays since I was very young. And it's just something that, you know, I've always loved, and I always try to incorporate in my life in any way possible. And that's how I found all you lovely people in Clubhouse. So.
Okay, awesome. Tell us, what was, do you have an embarrassing moment as an actor that you can recall? Like, have you ever had any like embarrassing moments or any funny moments that you would like to share with us really quickly?
I do. The one that comes to mind, I was in a play and it was a serious play. And for most of it, I was sitting in a chair. And then it got to the point where I got up, I went to the front of the stage and I kind of kneeled down and my knees just cracked. Like it sounded like and my friend was in the audience and she just started laughing and I just had to stay in character. It was embarrassing, but I'm able to laugh at it now.
I love it. I love you. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. Who's somebody that has inspired you? Has inspired you or inspired you to become an actor?
I would have to say Viola Davis. Her range is out of this world, and every time I watch her play a character, I don't see Viola at all. I see that character that she's playing, and I think that's a beautiful thing, and I aspire to be that way.
Yeah, she's amazing. She inspires me too. She really does. Okay, are you ready to perform your piece this evening?
I am ready. This evening, I will be performing a monologue entitled Runaway Train by Greenleaf, the television show. Now, this is what I want to tell you. You're born, and by the time you turn 5, 6, you look around and you realize that you're on a train. And by the time you're your age, oh well, you realize that that train is going very fast, faster than anything you've ever read about, anything you've ever seen. So you see your parents and you ask them, are we on a runaway train? And they say, no, we would never do that to you. Bring you into a world we can't control, that no one can control. So you say, I'm going to go to the front. I'm going to talk to the engineer. There's got to be one. But by the time you get there, you're angry. Because by the time you get to the front, you've seen that this whole train is filled with scared people. And you bang on the door and you say, open this door, I want to talk to you. And by the time you kick down the door, and you see the engineer's face, and you can see the tears in his eyes, that he knows exactly what's going on. He feels all of the pain that you feel, all of the fear, everybody's. And he's doing everything he can to make it better. So you say, how can I help? He says, who are you? You say, I'm Sophia, or I'm James. And he says, go back there, Sophia, please. And you tell everybody that I love them and that I'm trying my best to bring this thing to a safe and satisfying end. And if you ever want to talk, you know where to find me. So you go back into the train and you live the rest of your life. That's it. That's life. That's salvation. Happiness isn't the absence of sadness. It's living and it's being in the mystery and adventure of this life in God's world with others, with God. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Noelle. Okay, so Laura and LB, do you have any notes for her? Would you like her to do it again? You guys have the option to have her redo it or any part of it if you'd like. If not, you don't have to, but this is an opportunity to give her a little bit of feedback. And if you want to, you can have her, do it again. But if you want to just give her some feedback, that's great too. Laura, should we start with you?
Yeah, I thought you did a fantastic job. I think you did a great job of being very connected. I loved the levels that you added into it. I have little notes. I mean, I think you did fantastic. I think your sound is a little bit echoey. So just be aware of that. So, and the times when you were pulling back and almost like speaking more quietly, I was struggling to hear you at some points. But I think you did a fantastic job. I think you did a really, really good job. I think you were very connected. So I loved it. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Cool. LB, what about you?
I'm going to veggie off of what you said. I think you were dropped in. I connected with you. And I will say, because of the and it could be technical, but when you got softer, I did have to, it drew me in so I could actually try to really hear what you're saying, so I could stay in that moment with you. But yeah, you gave us some highs and some lows, so I thank you for that. I thank you for that. It was a good story tell. It was a good story.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool. Okay. With that said, we are going to thank you so much. Thank you so much, Noelle. You did a great job, and we're going to go ahead and call the next one up. Gil, can you take it from there? Our next actor up.
Absolutely. Our next actor up is Walia Chisonga.
Hello.
Did I say it wrong?
Yeah, it's okay. It's Walia.
Walia, my apologies, Walia. Welcome to the stage.
I'm doing well. I'm excited to be here. I'm like jittery. I have all my animals and my baby just watching me. So it's my niece. So I'm super excited.
Walia, we gave you a couple of questions. Do you want to answer some of those questions we gave you?
Yes, of course. I'm based in Dallas, Texas. And one of my favorite actors, in addition to Viola Davis, is Michaela Cole. I love her, not only because of her ability to like transform drama and comedy, but her authenticity and creating those worlds as a writer and as a director. Like I love her. And the fact that she includes so many different diverse people as well in her shows. And my favorite movie is La Vida Bella, the Italian movie Life is Beautiful. That was the very first movie where I ever cried and felt a full range of emotions. And it is so dear to my heart. And also, I already knew I was an actor when I was a kid. I just understood how important adapting and connecting was to human life. So once I watched TV, I just automatically knew that that's what I had to do.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Are you ready to perform your piece?
Yes.
Awesome. Can you tell us what you're performing? Yes, go ahead.
Oh, yes, of course. I'll be performing a monologue from the play Night Luster, written by Laura Harrington.
Okay, and judges, just make sure everybody's always muted so we don't hear any feedback, okay? Here we go. And whenever you're ready, Walia.
I don't think people see me. I get this feeling sometimes like I'm invisible or something. I can be standing there in a room and I'm talking and everything, and it's like my words aren't getting anywhere, and I look down at my body and it's like, sometimes that's not getting anywhere either. It's like I'm standing behind a one-way mirror and I can see the guys and I can hear the guys, but they can't see me and they can't hear me. And I start to wonder if maybe I'm ugly or something. Like, maybe I'm some alien species from another planet and I don't speak the language and I look totally weird. But you see, I don't know this because on this other planet, I had this really nice mother who told me I was beautiful and that I had a voice to die for because she loved me so much. Not because it was true. And I arrive here on Earth and I'm so filled with her love and her belief in me that I walk around like I'm beautiful and sing like I have a voice to die for. Because I'm so convinced and so strange and so deluded, people pretend to listen to me. Because they're being polite or something. Or maybe they're afraid of me. At first, I don't notice this because I sing with my eyes closed. But then one day I open my eyes and find out I'm in this world where nobody sees me or hears me. I'm just looking for that one guy who's going to hear me, see me, really take a chance. I mean, I hear them. I'm listening so hard, I hear promises when somebody's just saying hello. Jesus, if anybody ever heard what I've got locked up inside of me, I'd be a star.
Awesome. It's so funny. I hesitated because yesterday when we were in rehearsal, one of the actors, I kind of interrupted them at the end and they weren't done. So there was a little bit in me that was like, okay, is that? I didn't want to interrupt you. So sorry for that pause. That's awesome though. Really, really nice work. Let's hear from the judges what they thought about it. Okay. Do we want to? It looks like Laura's ready. Elby's taking some notes, so we'll go with Laura.
Amazing job. Very, 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 very good job. I thought, I was very in it with you the entire time. I thought you did fantastic. Tiny note is to see for your self-tape setup, if you can lessen the glare on your glasses a little bit, just so I can see your eyes more. Because there is a pretty strong glare on your glasses. So at some moments I couldn't see your eyes. And you were doing so well. I knew you were in it. I wanted to see your eyes. And your voice, you have a really cool voice and tone to your voice. So if you haven't done voiceover work, you should. And you have an amazing smile and stunning teeth. Those are my notes. I think you killed it.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Hi, beautiful. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to be here.
I can tell. I'm just, I was really tuned in, and I wanted a little more. Maybe it was the glare with the glasses. I did want more eye connection for you because I was drawn in. Mm-hmm. And I know in this situation you were talking abroad, right? But I wanted more connection with me. But I think you did amazing, and I agree. Your voice is amazing. Will I say you're dropped in? You were all the way down in, or Josie says you were dropped in because you carried us through. You kept carrying us, and that's what I liked the most. So the notes that I had for me, presentation was amazing, and then pacing. There was just one little I wanted you to just. There was a part that I wanted a little bit more emotion from you, but other than that, that was it. And that's when you were talking about your mom. That because I wanted some tear. I wanted some, you know what I mean? Something just so. Yeah. But other than that, that was it. You did amazing. So thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
And if I may, really briefly, Walia, is that how I say it? Yes?
Yes.
Are your glasses prescription?
Yeah, I'm kind of blind, so.
Fine. I can tell, but the one note I'll say that Laura said is the same. I really wanted to see your eyes, and I saw a bit of a glare, and I'm like, oh, but I really want to see the emotion she's portraying. So, yeah, amazing job. Fantastic job.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
I love your energy like that.
Yeah, right?
energy. And then the fact that you're so excited that you were able to transition to that. So to me, that was key, because a lot of people can't come down from that and then go in. So you were able to draw us back in immediately. So that's cool. In the midst of your excitement. So that's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, I like Walia, the fact that you have all this really bubbly energy and how you were able to go into this piece where you really became just another person. It's like, you know, it's another person, and it's a testament of, you know, the level of work that you can do, that you can be this sort of bubbly person when we meet you, and then you can really drop into this type of work and this type of space in terms of the piece. So it was really, really nice to watch. And yes, I don't recall when we were rehearsing that you had the glasses. Did you have them on?
I did. I had these glasses on.
You really did? Because I don't know, for whatever reason tonight, I also felt that was a little bit of a distraction, you know, the glasses, because it was getting me out of my head, because I was thinking about, oh, that glare on the glasses, like you're probably seeing on mine right now. But I'm not one of the performers. But yeah, but you know, it's just like Laura said, you want to definitely watch that, definitely when you're self-taping, that you're not having that glare, because it is distracting, and you know, you don't want to have anything distract from your work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and
yes.
that's something I'm working on now too, is getting glasses that don't have the glare.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's
thank you, sweetheart. Thank you for being here this evening.
Thank you.
All right, Gil.
I had to finally unmute. Moving on to our next performer, please forgive me if I accidentally butcher your name. Janella Opala, welcome to the stage.
Hi.
Hi, Janella, welcome. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Janella Opala. I am calling in from Brooklyn, New York. Yes, Brooklyn in the house.
Brooklyn's in the house.
Oh, an actor that inspires me. I have quite a few. Viola Davis, for sure. Carmen Ejogo has always inspired me. I think she's actually the first person that made me fall in love with acting. And I also look up to Tom Hardy. Those are like my top three. The dream team. If I could work with any actors, it would definitely be them.
Those are great choices, Janella. Great choices.
Thank you. In terms of my favorite movie or play, it would have to be Schoolgirls, the African Mean Girls play by Jocelyn Bayo. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I think it was the first time I truly understood what it meant to be a mean girl, and really got to the layer of a character who we characterize as a mean girl. Did I always know that I was an actor? I always knew that I was a storyteller. An actor, when I realized the power of my voice, that's when I knew that acting was for me. And this is what I was going to do for the rest of my life. So, yeah, thank you.
That's awesome. Are you ready to perform?
Yes, I'm excited.
Share with us what you're doing for us this evening.
Okay. So this evening, I will be performing a monologue from Nollywood Dreams, written by Jocelyn Bayo. Thank you. So a fresh start is sitting in a cold apartment in a scary city, miles away from my family, waiting for you to come home at night? Lying to everybody that you were doing so well in film school when you were just a janitor? Or are you talking about the fresh start you were trying to have with that white girl? And how did that work out for you? That white girl dropped you faster than your head could turn. Just like every African man, you were sick with American fever. Don't you understand? To them, you were just another Black man. You think I didn't hear about how she turned you over to immigration? How how they sent you on a plane home with nothing, barefoot like the stupid African you are. Oh, I don't think I know. Look at you. Only concerned about yourself. Only concerned about what people are saying about you. Before I left Nigeria, I had it all. A wonderful career, family, and friends. I didn't need American success. I had my own right here. And I gave it all up because I believed in you and your dreams. But you never cared about me or what I was going through. Just took off to Los Angeles with that white girl trying to sell your script. And you didn't call, come back, or apologize. Not even once. Not even now. And after all these years, here I am trying to piece together my career again, asking you of all people to help me reclaim all I have lost, trying to help you succeed. Do you know what this is like for me? Well, you always said you wanted to make me a star. Here's your chance. Thank you.
Wow. Nice work. Nice work. Okay, good. LB is just coming back in. We're having a little, just a little technical difficulties, but okay, LB should be back on.
On fire. That's what happened, Josie. Chanello
right.
Internet on
Tell
fire.
him, Gil. Tell him, Gil.
Can I go first, Josie? I felt so impinged.
Yes,
I felt so impinged. I don't know what your substitution was. I see the comments coming in saying, "Yay, Brooklyn! You stood up for Brooklyn tonight." I felt her pain. I don't know you, but I felt like, who hurt her, and what do they look like? Like I felt him in the room with you. I had chills, and that's what the craft and the art is about. You did a phenomenal job, like absolutely great. I don't. The only note I can give you is to continue, because you did such a great job. You were her. I felt your pain from you coming in happy and then slating and then going into you. I felt a full body human's pain. And that's, and I see you crying, but your journey is your career is bright. That talent, that passion, that's the magic. Go ahead, Josie. I just had to give
I was just gonna say, I wonder what those tears are about.
I was gonna say my one note was for how good you are and how insanely talented you are, I could tell your confidence doesn't match how good you are. You don't know that you're that good yet. And you need to know. And that might be where some of the tears are coming from. Like, this is like holy, I don't know if I can cuss on here, but like, holy shit. Like, is this, did I deserve this? Like, yes, I've been putting in this work. To get that reassurance sometimes is emotional, because you're like, you know what I mean? Getting that reassurance from people in the industry, but you were amazing. You were amazing. Honestly, my lowest score for you, which isn't a low score, was your confidence, because it doesn't match how good you are. Like, you are this good. Your confidence just needs to realize how good you are.
Thank you.
Laura, that you saw, that's exactly where I was going with this. Like, tell me, let's talk about those tears right there for a second. Because I get those tears are that, oh my God, I did it. I got through it. You know, I survived it. But what you don't even understand is how incredibly talented you are. And I know, because I've been there before, Mama. So I know this is why I do what I do, because I love us. I love actors, and I know I know what you're doing, but I want you to know you are so absolutely beautiful, and you're so talented. And I know that you're, part of it. And And if we're wrong, we're wrong. So please speak up, okay? If we're wrong,
no, it's being in it and connecting, because you're taking a part of yourself and incorporating it into that character. And I just got very overwhelmed.
Yeah.
I got very, very, very overwhelmed. But thank you.
That was really, really nice work. I mean, first, right off the bat, you dropped in. That's what I call dropping in. Okay. Like you dropped right on in, and we were like forced to pay attention, right? Like you made me have to stop thinking about all this stuff that's going on behind stage so that I could give you my attention. You did that. You really did. And so really, really, really nice work. I would like to see some of what you're feeling now in the work too, though. All those feelings that you're feeling now, I would love to see them in the work because I think it would serve you right. I felt in the beginning like you were battling nerves a little bit. Were you? When we were first sort of meeting you. Okay. One of the things I always tell my actors is when you're experiencing that, it's not about trying to kind of get past it. It's about, can you use it in the scene? Will it work for you if you take those nerves that you're feeling and experiencing, which are totally natural?
Yes.
Can you use those?
Yes.
Can you use whatever you're currently experiencing? And does it work for you in terms of the scene itself? And I would say it does.
Yeah.
It absolutely does. And so rather than kind of fighting and kind of be kind of brave and tough through it, I really want to encourage you to really put it in the work, drop it into the work. I think I would have served you to even have gotten you where you're at now sooner.
Yeah.
And so, we're not going to always, the casting directors, the agents, the producers, they're not going to get a chance to see this side of you and how beautiful you are, even when you're crying. But that's kind of what we want to see. That's the Janella we want to see in the work too. Right. But it was really, really even still. And I think you need to hear that even still, you were wonderful. You were wonderful. Okay. And we see you. And this is what tonight is about, to say we see you. Okay. That was really
I have one thing I think it was mind blowing. And I think you should know how good you are. But I think one small note for pacing wise, because it was so real and I was so connected to you, I would love to see it. Maybe you've already done this, but I think it would be really cool if you wrote out what he was saying back to you the entire time, because the way the pacing of that was, it almost sounded like if I were, because I was so in it because of you, I was really imagining you talking to him. And the way the pacing came out was like, oh, he's not saying anything back. He's just like sitting there taking it. So I think it'd be really cool if you wrote out what he's saying back to you, because it would change your pacing a little, where you would have to like interrupt him and be like, no, let me, like, or you know what I mean? Like there's some times where he's arguing back, or based off what he says back, it changes the pacing a little bit if you guys are kind of interrupting each other, and it makes it even more like real. I just think that would be cool for you to do, because you're at a high enough level to make that like really work for you, for sure.
Yes, thank you.
And I think your camera is like crystal clear. Your setup looks great. Your lighting is great. Everything, you look really good on your setup too. Just like presentation wise, everything looks very crisp and it looks really good.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I would say, Janella, as we speak about your background, I would say, if you can, find just a more solid wall.
Okay.
Right? Like you don't want to be distracting, because somebody like me, I'm peeking through whatever that is to the right. I want to know what's right there to the right.
Yeah.
I want to know what's in the other room, because it's right there. Like I want to know. right? Like,
Mhm.
and you don't want that. You don't want anybody to be distracted by anything. That's the whole idea of why you do it behind a blank wall. Is because you don't want any distractions while you're performing. You don't want anybody to be distracted, not even for 1 second, to want to know, like, is that like a window, or is that like a is that like, like where's that leading to? I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what it is. Even as I'm explaining it to you, I don't know what that is, right? And so you just want no distractions. Okay. So that's the whole idea of why you go against a solid wall. Okay. So me personally, I would love to see you, especially while you're self-taping, I would love to see you just find an area or bring the camera in closer.
Closer? Okay.
Right? So that, but then it might be kind of cut you a little too tight. So I don't know, if you have a blank wall, I think it would be better. Okay.
Okay,
but
thank you.
just technical stuff. Your performance is what we're looking at tonight. So really, really nice work, sweetheart.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Okay, Gil, who do we have up next? I'm excited.
By the way, I have to give a quick note. Kimberly Harris said that she was crying with her. So that
Oh
that
my
was fun.
goodness. Okay. I love that. I love
Right.
that.
Next, we have Miss Alma Schofield. Did I say it right, Alma? I think I said it.
You did. Schofield, but close enough.
Close. My apologies.
It's okay. It's all right. Hi, everybody. How's everyone doing?
We're doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great.
We got LB back.
Welcome back, LB. Welcome back.
We lost LB for a minute.
Yes.
Okay. I'm telling you, the devil is a liar.
What is going on?
Okay, it's okay though. We're moving and shaking. Here we go.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Alma? We gave you a couple of questions to ask. You want to share them with us?
Yes, absolutely. My name's Alma Schofield. I am based in Phoenix, Arizona. My favorite play is Fences by August Wilson. It is just one of those plays that I think is really essential work for theater. It was one of the first plays that I did in college that really encouraged me to dig into character work, and just exploring his work and that trope of Rose. It was really, really good. So it has always just kind of stayed in my mind as my favorite play. My favorite actor is Daniel Kaluuya, especially with his latest performance in Judas and the Black Messiah. I feel like he is such a great actor because he can play anyone and be a completely different character every time you see him on screen. And that's the kind of performer I aspire to be, someone that, you almost forget who the actor is because they're doing the character so well. And I was inspired to be an actor by reading. I read a lot. I was one of those kids that would sit at home and read Harry Potter for more hours than I'd like to admit. And so I really liked the characters that were in those worlds. And I always wanted to be able to portray the characters that I saw in these books. And so, it just kind of followed its path that way. And I got into theater young. So it's been a good journey. It's been a great journey.
Awesome. And so, are you ready to perform your piece?
I am. Today, I will be performing a monologue from Ntozake Shange's For Colored Girls Who Have Considered Suicide When the Rainbow Is Enough. This monologue is titled Sorry. One thing I don't need is any more apologies. I got sorry greeting me at my front door. You can keep yours. I don't know what to do with them. They don't open doors or bring the sun back. They don't make me happy. Get a morning paper. Ain't nobody stop washing cars using my tears because of sorry. I'm simply tired. Collected. I didn't know it was so important to you. I'm gonna have to throw some away. I can't get to the clothes in my closet. Follow the sign. I'm gonna have to tack a sign in my door. I'm gonna leave a message by my phone. If you call to say you're sorry, call somebody else. I don't use them anymore. You were always inconsistent. Being my heart to death, talk about you sorry. Well, I will not call. I'm not gonna be nice. And I will raise my voice. I'm gonna scream and holler, and I'm gonna race the engine and break things. I'm gonna tell you all your secrets about yourself to your face. And I will list in detail every one of my wonderful lovers and their ways, and I will play Oliver like loud, and I won't be sorry for none of it. I like you on purpose. I was open on purpose. And I'm not even sorry about being sorry. I can't use another sorry. So, next time, you should just admit that you're mean and low down and trifling. No count, straight out, instead of being sorry all the time. Start being yourself. Thank you.
Are you tired? Are you sick and tired of being?
I'm tired. Sorry. Everybody's sorry.
Airbud Toasty. She got so sorry that Airbud had to run.
The Airbud was sorry too.
It just popped right out of her ear.
I had to keep going. I was like, just keep it pushing.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
All right. Let's start with Laura.
Great job. I think you did a fantastic job. I think you were, I actually loved the addition of the glass. I think that helped you. I don't feel like it hindered you or was a distraction, which is the deciding factor on whether or not to use a prop, you know. I think playing intoxicated is really hard. And it's one of those tricky things. I think you did a really good job with your physicality. I think sometimes the speech was a little hard to understand, where it was almost distracting, because it's like you need to have it. There's a balance where I know what you're doing and you did such a great job, but you want to make sure it doesn't become a distraction where I can't understand what you're saying and I'm like more focused on trying to hear you than kind of be in the moment type of thing. And I obviously the Airbud, you know, I would say for self-tapes, you know, probably I wouldn't recommend using those. And when you were raising your voice, which I loved, the sound got really fuzzy. These are just technical notes for you. I don't know if it was because the earbuds or what, but just a note for going forward. But I mean, it was fantastic. You got fully into that character. You transformed from when you were just talking to us as you completely transformed into another person. So I was like very in it. I think you did a great job.
Thank you.
Hey there, beautiful. How are you?
I'm doing really well, LB. How are you today?
So tell me why that scene.
I love this play, and I picked this scene because I wanted to do it different than I had seen it done before.
Okay.
And I wanted to be a little experimental with it, and I felt like I have some personal history that allowed me to connect with some of the subject matter. I feel like of this scene that allowed me to drop in, I guess, and be authentic about it.
Okay, that's what I got from you. I saw that you could connect to that character. Like, you came in on fire. So I was like, okay. And I will agree with Lori. The physicality was on point, right? But the enunciation on some of the things that I wanted to hear is what kind of, and I didn't know because I'm having technical issues. So I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
wait, is that right? But that is pretty much the only thing. And I agree.
Okay.
Earbuds, no, don't do earbuds, right? But you were in, and I like the choices you made.
Okay.
You took us up, you took us down. I like, for me, I would like to see it again. That's where I was with
Okay.
this. I want it again, but I want you to really, you dropped in, I give you like 7, 8, right? You coming back in on that, especially some of the enunciations, or so it's clearer for us. I think it would be fire. Because again, I enjoyed this piece. I enjoyed the choices, but I'd like to see you do just a little bit more and a little bit less in just certain areas. But I think it's amazing. If you can hear me,
I can hear you. No, I can hear you. Absolutely. I and I'm sorry if I'm talking over you. I'm so sorry. There might be a little bit of a lag. I do apologize.
It's Friday night. That's, as Gil said.
Yeah. There's that part. We're unfortunately, we don't have time this evening to do it again because one of our judges, I want to respect her time, and she's going to have to leave soon. So, but
send it to me. Yes.
Yeah. But what I want to say is that I just kind of want to give you some notes. So the earbuds were really distracting. Honestly, it took me the first few minutes to kind of get over the earbuds, especially knowing the piece. Especially knowing the piece. It honestly, just really honestly, it didn't work for me. And so it really threw me off. The work was lovely. So you did get me. I mean, you got me back. But for the first few minutes, just knowing the piece, it just didn't work for me. Having the I kept looking at the earpieces. They're just, I don't know. I'm not sure why you felt like you needed them. I don't know. They were distracting for me. But I love the glass. It worked for me. You know how you always have to be careful with the glass and bringing props in. But I agree with Laura that it really, really worked for you, and you used it really well. I thought there were a lot of great things about your performance outside of the ear pods. And I really felt that you were very comfortable in your skin. I really felt you were physically confident, and I cannot speak enough about how that's so important and why I'm always saying that dancers make great actors, because so much of your confidence comes in how you present yourself physically first, right? Not just as how you walk into a room and a space, but also the physicality of the character itself. And I felt you were so freed up. I felt that you were drunk with pain and drunk with the liquor. I felt it. So I thought that was so wonderful to watch. I really felt that you owned your space. I do feel that it got really, really muffled. And so there were times where we couldn't understand what you were saying. And it was really because it was, because you were yelling it. And you you should be yelling it. You should be doing whatever you feel like doing. But you have to take into account little things like if it's going to make you sound muffled and that kind of stuff. Okay.
Absolutely.
And you don't want anything to take, your director and producer, those that are they're watching you. They're watching your every move, your every choice. And they're not going to be like, oh, well, she doesn't know that she sounds muffled, or, she doesn't know that earbuds are like, they're not. They're not. They're just going to be critiquing you and finding a reason to say no, even. That's just the nature of the beast. And I'm just wanting to real for you. But it's a really, really wonderful piece. There's a lot of traps in playing somebody drunk. So, there really are. I did feel that you had like a nice build. So I really felt that, that you really, you really thought that through. And I really respect that in terms of technique. Okay. I really felt that you built us and that, it was you took us through the journey. And I really feel at the end, there was a payback.
Okay.
I want all of you to know that that's for me. It's all about the payback, the payoff, not the payback. Sorry.
Gotcha.
I just feel like if I'm going to give you my time, I need a payoff at the end. So I need to understand where you're taking me, who you are. And I want to feel like I'm either rooting for you or I'm like wanting you to, whatever the payoff. It's about the payoff for me. And I feel that at the end of the day, there was a great payoff. You really wrapped that up together and you did a really, really, really great job. I would be careful with the drunken people that are drunk, and I don't know, I'm not a drunk, but I do feel like they have moments of clarity.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when I've watched my drunk friends,
mm-hmm.
I won't throw any of them under the bus right now, but when I have watched my drunk friends, they have moments of clarity. So it's not like you're like drunk all the time. So I would just kind of play around with that a little bit, Alma, but we're critiquing you on a very high level. You really did some really nice work. Okay.
Thank you so much.
It's hard to do. So absolutely. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right.
I really, really appreciate it. You all have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it.
You too, beautiful. You too. Keep shining that light. Okay. Gil, who do we have up next? I think we just have one more, right?
Yeah, we have two more.
No, we have two more.
Sarah Hassas and we have Hemi Freeman.
Yes, let's bring Sarah up next.
Okay, Sarah Hassas, welcome to the stage.
Hi, thank you for having me. I appreciate it so much.
Good. We're happy that you're here. Sarah, we had a couple of questions. Did you have a chance to look at them?
I did, yes.
Okay, good. Can you share with us?
Absolutely. So I am based in Los Angeles, and one of my favorite movies would probably be Donnie Darko and Mulholland Drive. And my favorite actor, I love Natalie Portman. I just feel like she has so many different ways that she plays, and I want to be able to do that. And the reason that inspired me to become an actor, ever since I was a little kid, I would watch TV and watch movies, and I would reenact all those things and force my cousins and my sisters to like do movies with me and shows, and I'd make them do it. And if they break character, it's trouble.
All right, awesome. Are you ready to
I'm ready.
Okay, please let us know the piece, and then whenever you're ready.
Sure. The piece is a monologue in Euphoria, and I will get right into it. You know, I remember when I was 11 years old. It was a couple months after my dad got diagnosed and we got the results back from the prognosis. And it was really good. It was 80-20. And we decided to celebrate, so we like ordered a bunch of Chinese food. I remember that night. I was laying between my parents in bed, and all of a sudden I couldn't breathe. It was like there was no more air left in the world. And I was gasping and I was panicking. And they called the ambulance and they thought it was like an allergic reaction or some shit. And when I got to the hospital, they gave me liquid Valium. Yeah, to calm me down. And when it hit me, I thought, this is it. This is the feeling I've been searching for my entire life, for as long as I could remember. Because suddenly the world went quiet. and I felt safe in my own head. 2 years later, he was gone. Panic attacks stayed. And I found a way to live. So, will it eventually kill me? Maybe. Fuck. Maybe not. I don't know. You still gonna be my dealer, Fez?
Awesome. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank
I have
you.
a question. Why that piece?
This piece, I can empathize with like how she feels. I go through a lot of panic attacks, and I know how that feels, and I know the relief I get from medication, I guess, and going through the struggle of the stigmatism of people looking at you, and they say like what they have to say.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and let LB, do you want to go ahead and comment first? Give her some notes.
Well, Sarah, I'm glad Josie asked that question, because I wanted to figure out what the connecting piece was, because I wanted to connect with you. So I didn't connect all the way, because I know that piece as well. But again, in connecting in that, and she was on drugs half the time. So I don't know if that's something you related with besides the panic attacks. Or if the character was, if you will. So I wanted to see more of a connection as you were telling that story, especially from your drug dealer friend, right? Looking for that high, or looking for that piece as they were in law. And I didn't feel that connection. I think the piece is a great piece. I'd like to, I know we were short on time, but if we had that cue, I'd want you to come back around and do it again. Because again, I could see that is there. I just don't think you opened up all the way for us to be in that world with you. That's just my opinion.
Understood.
Okay.
What about you? What are your thoughts? I know you're over there thinking.
I have one small note first is be careful. You do a mouth like clicking noise where what I just did. Well, you between some sentences, I would notice sometimes you would go like, or you know what I mean? It's very common for people in conversation, but it was a little distracting for the piece. So I would be aware of that. And I agree absolutely with what LB said. I think I wanted it to be more raw, because she's describing a point of such incredible pain for herself. She's at such a low in her life that she needs liquid Valium. She needs drugs to just be okay, because the pain is too much. You know what I mean? She's describing her father slowly dying. So, I know exactly the piece too, and she did it beautifully. It's hard. I mean, you have to really go there where you're imagining your father on his deathbed, and we have to see that in your eyes, that it's like, it's so painful for you that you have to go to drugs to survive. Like the pain is too great. So it needs to be deeper. It felt a little surfacey. It felt like it didn't go there all the way. So yeah, I think just really work on it. That's a tough one, because it's a really raw, very painful moment. So you're going to have to be able to tap in and really open yourself up to go all the way there to hit that. But yeah, so I think just keep working on it. I think it's a great piece for you specifically to keep working on, to get even deeper with it for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I felt like there's a trap in a piece like this, because it was, your choice to play it very sort of laid back, is a tricky one. It's just a really, really tricky one. So I'd be careful with that. Acting has changed over the years, and I'm sure Laura and LB, you can probably relate to what I'm talking about, in that, with the acting styles changing and we moving to like more realistic acting, even like how headshots started to change and there was no like looking like the glamorous person, and now we're looking for real people, right? Real time. And so that happened with acting styles where actors started to, you know, really feel like, you know, they kind of wanted to do less. You know, I'm always telling my actors, like my acting coach taught me, which is to be more, do less. But there's a trap with that where actors really feel like they can kind of lay back with it. But the energy is lost, right? We lose the energy when you're playing it so sort of laid back. And you know, the audience and definitely the camera needs that energy from you. So it's a really kind of tricky thing, a tricky balance for the actor to find that. And so I felt that even when you did it on Clubhouse, I felt your energy was more. Do you agree with that or no?
I agree. I definitely changed the way I did it the first time versus the way I did it this time. So, and I wanted to just try to see how it would go. And
how did you feel it went?
Yeah. Go ahead.
And how did you feel it went for you? Like, what's your feeling about it tonight?
I definitely like the way to perform it more emotionally. And then I was trying to do it more like I was high and kind of like just having like more of a easygoing conversation more, but I should have went more and more emotional is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's not,
and I think when she did it, when Zendaya did it, it was like she was playing it high. Like I know exactly what you're going for. It's tough because she was high and she did play it laid back for most of it, but then you saw a moment where the veil was lifted. And she went there like, and it was just a moment. And then she gets defensive. I know exactly the scene. She like gets defensive again and then comes back like, so are you going to give me the drugs or not? Because she realizes she opened up and he saw her and then she closes back up. So it's tough. I know exactly what you're talking about and what you're going for because she does have that like 100%. Laid back, high. I don't care. I don't really care. But then when she starts to tell the story, when she did it, she unveiled herself for a second and it wasn't much. It was a second of it, but you were so like, and then she like retreated back. So I think it's tough. It's just a really tough scene. I agree.
Well, I think it's a tough scene without the context. You know, there's no context. So it's a very, very hard scene to pull off. And in this case, you'd have to adjust it. Because it works for her because we're seeing it in context. We're knowing the moment before, we're knowing the moment after, but somebody just coming into this piece, not having that as a reference, they're not gonna know, they're not gonna get it. I just don't think to do it as she did it in this sort of laid back, slow, she's high and all that, I just don't think that it works as a monologue to present, unless you're going to put some more energy into it and, you know, and give us sort of a different sort of variation in terms of your energy. Because when you're high, and see, that's the trap of doing a piece that you've seen another actor do, right? Because now you're falling into the trap of doing it the way they did it. And that you think that, but she gave her interpretation. I really want to see Sarah's interpretation of this.
That's what I was going to say. Exactly.
Right?
I was going to say. Yes, I agree.
It's about seeing your interpretation of it and understanding that as a standalone piece, it just doesn't work to me in this pacing. There's still an energy that you have to do that is film energy and is television energy, that it's not the same as it would be in real life, even. Not to just pull this little moment in time. It doesn't read as strong to me. Even though I'm seeing a strong actor in front of me. I know what you can do. I heard you on Clubhouse. You were powerful.
That's what I was going to say. We heard you before. So having exactly. So having this is just like, wait, you built us up. So we wanted to see more of that connection, that emotional connection that you've taken us through those things before. So, and that's what I was looking for. So I love your version of that in real, right? In real time, because that's what this was for. So we can connect with you because that's what we were looking for.
And that's fine. You took a chance, and I love that. It's all about taking chances. So I don't want you to leave here and beat yourself up. That I don't want you to do. Okay.
You're amazing. Yeah, you're amazing.
Absolutely.
I know I could do it both ways. That's so
100%. And we know too. Okay. And we know too. We saw you, we heard you, and you were powerful. That's how you got here. Right. We didn't see you physically, and you got here. So rest assured you have a wonderful gift, and thank you for being here tonight. Okay.
No, thank you for all your advice. Like I take it. So I love it. I love hearing it. It helps me improve. It really does. And I can't wait for you guys to see it time.
Absolutely. We do. We would love to see it again. So thank you so much, Sarah. Thank you. All right. Gil, who do we have up next?
Last but certainly not least, we have Hemia Freeman coming up last. And then, Joseph, we have this exciting announcement to tell people how they can vote.
Yes.
Hello, everybody. I'm Hemia Freeman.
Hi. Welcome.
I know y'all wanted me to get straight to the questions. We had a question.
Let's go.
Okay, let's get straight to it. Okay, I'm Hemia Freeman. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. My favorite film is Training Day by Denzel Washington. Well, not by Denzel Washington, but his performance is what made me really interested in the movie. I love his performance. I just love the way the story progresses. Definitely one of my favorite movies of all time. My favorite actor is Denzel Washington. I know that's cliche, but it's because he's the best. Well, I'm not saying the best, but he's my favorite. I also love Bradley Cooper, and rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. And the thing that inspired me to become an actor is that my parents didn't really let me play video games or watch TV during the week. So the only thing I could do was go downstairs and create something for myself and create a story. And me and my siblings used to do that, and it just spiraled into this.
Awesome. Okay, so this is a piece that you wrote, correct?
No. I did not write this piece. This is
okay,
from.
You did not write that. He said no.
All right, copyright.
Okay, so whenever you're ready, sweetheart.
Okay, I'm going to be performing a monologue from Oliver Stone's Any Given Sunday. Broke them? How I break them? Huh? How I break them? I lost $1 million signing bonus because I took a $300 suit from a booster to go to a kid's wedding. I didn't even know the guy. But what's a brother supposed to do in college? He ain't got no money. What, he want to go on a nice date? Get some nice clothes? Like everybody had their hands out. But it was me that they suspended. I dropped 6 rounds in the draft that year because of that. You want to talk about sacrifice? Man, I sacrificed $10 million because of dumb rednecks like a coaching friend in San Diego. He had me at corner because he said I got quick feet. He the one who separated my shoulder. Yeah, had me out there tackling 250-pound motherfuckers. I don't do that type of shit, man. Then they say, well, he's selfish, he's arrogant. He don't want to play no ball. Like, I was a great football player. But nobody gave me a time, a day, or a season, and they just traded me up out of there. So now I am halfway through my career. And you want me to sacrifice for the greater glory of Cap Rooney? Well, fuck you, coach. Yeah, fuck you, coach. I ain't buying your brand, dog. I am not buying your brand. You a scared old man. Man, you scared if I play my way, I just might win. And then what the fuck was your life about? I'm the leader of your team, right? Till Cap's back. Then it's back to the bench. Man, you ain't said 2 words to me. Till Cherubini went down and you was all here with the go out there and play like you're in the hood, right? And you're throwing the ball and your mama's ringing the dinner bell. Unbelievable, man. All you do is talk at me. So no, I'm gonna stay who I am. That is steaming, Willie beaming. And by the time I got left, I'm gonna play my way. Yeah. Yeah, get my dollars up. So when y'all go to waive me, trade me, injury reserve me, whatever the fuck y'all do, I'll be worth 10 times what I was before I got here.
See, I didn't want to interrupt your performance like I did the other night. You see, I hold it. Okay, who wants to who wants to start first? LB or Laura? Who wants to take it?
I can start. I thought you did a fantastic job. Very, very good work. I was completely in it. I thought you had so many levels. I thought you had absolutely great moments. I thought it was real. I felt like you were there. I felt like you were looking at him. My biggest note for you is not an acting note. It's a technical note. It looks like you're on a green screen. Like it's very fuzzy and it's like doing like it makes you look, it's a little distracting. So, and you're not as clear as I would want because you were having so many connected, nice moments that I would just work on getting a better setup. Whatever your background is, it was distracting me a little because like I said, it looks like you're on a green screen. And so that's honestly my biggest note. I think you did fantastic. I think I was there with you. There was another technical note there was a moment when you got quiet, which I love, and I loved it. And I was like wanting to hear everybody, but I couldn't hear you for a second. And I don't know what that was, if that was the sound setup or what, but overall, I thought it was really strong.
Thank you.
Hello, handsome. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing good with a nice smile. Okay, so why did you pick this piece? Just curious. How did you relate to it?
Well, besides playing sports back in the day and having a few coaches that was a little crazy. Okay. It really was. I watched the movie years ago, and I really just loved the character of Willie Beamen. Jamie Foxx is. Now, Denzel might be my favorite actor, but if there was one entertainer I could spend a day with, it's Jamie Foxx 10 days out the week, and there's only 7 of them. So I just love Jamie Foxx, and this is the character. This is my favorite Jamie Foxx character. So I remember one time it really just came from me being bored one day, and I was like, man, I need to put in some work. Like I need to do something, and I just ended up recording this piece, and then I just started working from there.
Okay, I loved your performance. I did. I loved your performance. I wanted to see more of you in it, a little bit more, and related to when you got frustrated with the crazies, right? And not so much of the love of Jamie, right? Because I saw that piece, because I love that piece as well. And again, the distracting moments for me was the background, because it's shadowing you as well. But your delivery and point on that was really good. I wanted to just see, for me, just a little bit more of you, because you look like you played sports. So you look like you could have some more frustration. And I wanted to see how you would do it, as I some more other, just a couple more pieces of you. But other than that, I think you did amazing. You were down in, you were dropped in. Physicality, I love how you ended it for me, right? Because that's, to me, when you really, really you start getting on fire for me. So that's all I got.
I loved it. I really did. I thought that you did a wonderful job too. That is very distracting in the background. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. It looks almost like out of a Marvel movie, like you're about to change into like your superhero outfit or something. But your work shined through it. Honestly, after a few minutes, I dropped in. The work was really, really nice. I thought you were really committed. I think it's a great piece for you. Talk about like finding the right piece. It's so important to find the right monologue. And so I thought that was a really nice piece for you. And I think that you nailed it. You did a really, really great job with it. So yeah, thank you for that.
And for me, like, I would want to see you again. Like, You know what I mean? Like, I would want to see you perform it again. I would love to see it because it was really good. You did really, really good. And I'm hoping this is recorded so you can see that, because again, I can see some other portions just watching you that you can add to this. It's all you. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would love to see you do this again because you did amazing.
Okay, Gil, we have started with vote to text. You want to let them know about that?
Yes, for all of the audience to vote for the best of Respect for Acting Clubhouse Live, you can text respect the number 4 acting to 833-945-3487. Again, to vote for the best of Respect for Acting Clubhouse Live, text respect for acting to 833-945-3487. Am I to announce the prizes, Josie, or are we doing that after?
Yes. Nope. You can announce the prizes now. In the meantime, the judges can start. You know, you probably already know, right? But make sure that you guys are working on that and that you text in your vote too for the judges. I know this is our first time at this, but go ahead and text in your vote, everyone. This is the time, the audience watching, and Gil is going to tell us a little bit more about it.
Okay, absolutely. I see a few messages. Again, to vote for the best of Respect for Acting Clubhouse Live, text respect the number 4 acting to 833-945-3487. I think they got it now, Josie. Now you want me to announce the prizes?
Yes.
Okay, the first place prize winner will go live with Josie on IG. That is right. You heard it correct. The first place winner will go live with Josie on Instagram. The second place winner will be receiving a private consultation with Josie to plan their path, career, and next steps.
Wait a minute. Okay, no, that's not for second place. This is all. It's only
one.
Oh,
so this is all first place.
It's all for the first place winner. Yep. Yep.
I got it wrong. So let me correct it.
It's
Excuse
okay.
me. The prizes are as follows for the first place winner. You will go live with Josie on IG. You will also yes, for the winner. This is only for the first place winner, correct?
Right. Yep.
Will also receive a private consultation with Josie to plan their path, career, and next steps in the entertainment business. And in addition, receive an autographed copy of Self-Management for Actors by the one, the only Bonnie Gillespie. Now I got it right? So it's the 3 things at the first place. Got it. Okay. I'm like, either it's this or it's first, second, and third.
Absolutely. Great job, Gil. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Okay, so this is your time, folks. We are gonna just give it a few minutes to see how you guys are doing with your votes. I'm gonna check in backstage to see the team and how it's going. 1 second. So in the meantime, Laura and LB, how are you guys looking?
Good.
This
let
is
me know.
true. You both look great. All of the women look great. This is a clap. All LB, Josie, and Laura, you all look amazing. I'm like, I did my best, guys. Come on, I'm holding it.
Okay, so we're going to just put up just a screen just for a second while we give it just a few more minutes while the votes come in. So I'm having my my wonderful Sydney in the background making that happen. So I'm waiting to hear back from her to let me know. awesome. I loved how dropped in you were. Bill, I just wish I had called sooner. You just dropped me off. I'm sorry. They say they can hear you. I'm not muted.
And we are back. We have Laura Theed again, everyone, from DDO Artist Agency, Judge, also Agent Lene LB Bell, Judge from BH Talent, and the one and only Josie Thacker, and myself, Gil Jackson. We are receiving the votes. They are ending within the next few moments. But Josie, what a night, what a night. Everyone was so great. What a conflicting decision to be made. If you can speak, Josie, please. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
No, you were muted. But what a decision. Yeah. What a decision, Josie.
Wow. It looks like we have a tie.
Oh, wow.
It's looking like we're going to give it a few minutes just to see if we can, you know, if the tie is broken. But let's talk really quickly. We got almost close to 100 people who actually voted in. So, you know, LB and Laura, you guys are going to be the determining factor. So can we talk really quickly? What Gil, do you want to tell us who you're thinking is who's your main person?
You know, it's so rough because everyone did so well, and I mean, Alma, Janella, Noelle, they all did. It's just I'm torn. I'm really torn, Josie. Everyone did great. You're gonna put me on the spot, Josie. Why?
Yeah, you need to vote. You need to pick one person.
Okay, if I had to say a name right now that I had to send a set with it would be Noelle. I mean, no, it would be Janella. I mean, well, Alma, what's Janella? Janella. I mean, Josie, why are you doing this to me?
Come on. You gotta call
Janella. I'm voting for Janella. She did amazing. She made me feel her pain. I had, from the top of my head to the soles of my feet, I had electricity. I felt her emotion. I felt impinged. I felt like I was watching an award-winning performance. Everyone did great, but that performance, I'll never forget that performance as long as I live.
You're so dramatic.
But I'm an actor. What?
I can't even take it. Okay. So listen, it looks like I'm having Teddy Riley Wi-Fi again. I don't know if you guys can see me. I'm frozen to myself. It's so not sexy. It's so not sexy right now. Okay.
You're frozen, but we can hear you.
Okay, well, good. As long as you can hear me, that's good. Did I pause looking lovely at least? You know how when
you're smiling. You look like you're getting ready for your award-winning shot. So yes, you look great.
Okay, good. That's all that matters. Is how you freeze when you freeze. Okay, so it's my Wi-Fi, so whatever. Okay, so we have close to 100 votes in, guys. I just read your text, LB. Okay, so we're gonna give it just LB. I need to hear who's your vote.
You're muted, LB.
I want to do a Gil right now, and then I had a disadvantage with the in and out on the Wi-Fi. So I'm at a toss because there were favorites. I picked one, but it could have easily been something different because everybody was there was several people that were so close for me that
decide, LB. Okay.
It's like you don't know which one to go with, right, LB? You're just
Okay, so if I went by my scoreboard as I started adding them up, adding them up as I started adding the ones that I did calculate really quick in my head. Granted, I did the math correctly, really fast in my head. I'm gonna say, Alma brought it. I'm gonna say Alma brought it. I'm gonna say I liked what she brought. I did. I could.
Okay. It's okay. You can learn what she brought. So wait, did you say Alma?
I did.
Okay. So
I did.
Tell me why her? Why did you pick her?
My notes were she did amazing. That's what I put on here. I related to what she did. She did amazing. I even typed it in my private chat and I was like, okay, she brought it. And that's before I had technicals. But I had some close ties by like a point. Like by a point, there were two other people just by a point. And then I can't talk about what I didn't see, but just by a point. So it was so close that, that's where I'm at. That's all I got.
Let's hear from Laura before we go for the last closing. Laura, come on. You're muted, but Laura, what were your thoughts? How are you feeling? Who are your ties?
I'm not even gonna hem and haw. That is so not my style. Janella all the way, done and done. Everyone did fantastic, but my vote is solid.
See, I missed that. So that's
me and you, Laura. We're here. We're here, Laura. We're here.
Josie, what was your vote? Who's your vote? Your vote.
Right, Josie. Who's yours, Josie?
Yeah, I definitely have someone in mind.
Josie, not someone in mind. You can't make us.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Okay. I'm getting there. I was just looking at, at my actors. I mean, I feel like they honestly really all did a great job. There were a couple of performances that I just want to say I thought, just really stood out. And I want to just mention that. I thought that Noelle did a really, really wonderful job. So I thought that she started off really, really nicely. I think that Alma. I think Alma did a great job. I thought that her monologue was it was just a tough monologue to do. And I think that she did really good at it because that was just a really hard piece to do. So I think that she still did really good taking that piece on. So just in terms of difficulty, monologues, in terms of writing and stuff, I just thought she did great with it. And then I really, really, really loved Janello's performance. I thought also she did a really, really great job. I think that she really stood out.
So Josie, you're unfrozen. Who is the pick? You took your glasses off to show us all this beauty. Laura's got to go, Josie. Who is your pick?
I'm frozen to me. I'm frozen to
You're
me.
not frozen anymore. No Elsa in this video call. Who is it, Josie? Who is it? Who is it, gorgeous Josie?
I'm gonna pick Janella.
See, just
Janella.
I probably would have been saying the same thing, maybe. So by default, but
you gotta stick with what you know, LB. It's okay.
I had to go by what I saw. So
I go with what you know.
I can't wait to watch the video.
Well, you can rewatch it because this will be, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. She did a fantastic.
Yeah, she did. So I know the actors are backstage. We're probably killing them right now. They're probably like, will you hurry up and tell us who has won? So let me check in with my girl Shani and
invisible drum roll, Laura.
We need a drum roll right about now.
Invisible drum roll.
Absolutely. Hold on. We should be. Yeah, exactly. Can we go to what I want to see what the comments are?
Oh, the comments are fantastic job. I want to hear Noelle Mayers again. Himia, Noelle Maya, Josie, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. Everyone's wanting to know, Josie. They just want the answer.
Okay, we're gonna know right now. Hold on, I gotta check in with my girls. So let's see. Let me check in. Let's see.
V Rose is drum roll. We're getting all the drum roll emojis. 5 drum rolls.
Where we? Okay, hold on. Oh my goodness, it's so close. It's so close. It's so close. Okay, I just want you to know right now, it is a tie. You ready? It is a tie between Janella and Noelle.
Oh.
It is a tie between Janella and Noelle. Hold on. Okay, so we have a tie between Janella and Noelle. So this is where am I frozen again?
You're frozen-ish. You're thawed out. You're thawing in this hot pink.
I'm thawing. Okay, so this is where the judges' votes count. So exactly. So it is a tie with 100 people voting. 100 people voting. It is a tie between Noelle and Janella. I think that we should bring them on stage. So let's go ahead and bring them on stage. Okay. So, okay, Laura's gonna really decide this.
You are not fair, Laura's
gonna decide this. Laura's gotta go. So
Laura's
gonna decide this because you know what I would do? I would have them both perform their monologues again. That's what I would do.
I would, because I can see it and I can be a part of it because I missed one.
Well,
but Laura's gotta go.
I have to go, so I can say my vote, but you guys both killed it. And then if they want to perform for you guys after I go, that's, you know what I mean? You might have to take.
Noelle is like, bring it. Noelle is like, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think that we just need to call it. I think that we need to call it. Okay. So, Gil,
go ahead.
Gil, what was your vote?
Honestly, I'm going to be very solid. Everyone did such a fantastic job, but I root with Laura on this. Janella really bodied it. I mean, she brought it hand, fist, tears, blood, and sweat. I felt every bit of that performance.
I honestly, if I had to be fair about it, the judges, tip it over. I mean, this is the perfect example of like why you have judges. The judges decide. And so I voted Janella. Laura voted Janella. I think that we just have to be fair to Janella. I think we have to be fair to Janella. Janella.
Thank you.
Our winner of the best.
Thank you. And you did a beautiful job. You did a wonderful job. Everyone did a wonderful job. It was such a pleasure to watch all of you.
Yes. So tell her, thank you, Noelle. I just want you to know, Noelle, that it was a tie. Okay, so the audience voted. I want you to leave tonight feeling really, really great about yourself and the work that you did. The voters, the audience voted, and it was really, really a tie. Okay, so I just want you to feel good about that. At the end of the day, you did a really wonderful job. All the actors did. We're just gonna have a moment. I'm gonna pull you off so we can have a moment with our winner. Okay, Noelle?
Okay, thank you so much.
Do you wanna say any last words, Noelle?
I do. I just want to say thank you so much. This opportunity is not even something that I could have dreamt of. Like just being in the room with all of you amazing people. I'm beyond grateful. And Janella, you were amazing. I'm so happy for you. I'm happy for everyone here. And just watching you all, I just want to act with everyone. Like it's just, I'm beyond grateful. So thank you.
We enjoyed every bit of you, okay? Noelle, thank you so much for being such a good sport as well. All right.
You did a great job.
I
know Laura has to go, but I want to see you, Janella.
Let's go ahead and put Janella here. Let's give her spotlight. Janella, any closing words? Because we do have to go because I promised Laura I'd get her out of here, and I'm feeling so really guilty. But Janella, can you just give us anything that you want to share especially to the aspiring actors out there watching you too,
Always remember the power of your voice, honestly. Like this just reminded me the power of my voice, and keep following your dreams. Never give up. Be persistent. Go after it. Never let anyone tell you that you can't do it. You can do it. You can. So that's my advice to everyone, every creative, everybody out there pursuing their dream. It's possible.
I love it. I love it so much. Can we just give her an applause?
Thank you.
Yeah, you did so good. So you and I have a date, okay? We're gonna sit down and really plan and really talk about your journey and where you want to go and where you want to be. It's so important to have a plan, right? And to set some goals and to be really, really intentional about it. So I really, really look forward to our time together, okay? Absolutely. You're beautiful. You did a wonderful job. You get this wonderful book by Bonnie Gillespie that every actor should have and own. It's going to be a signed copy. She was in and out watching today. I know she's going to be happy to hear that you won. And just thank you. Any closing words for her, LB and Laura and Gil?
I have some closing words, but I know Laura has to go, so I want her to say the last word. But I'll say this. Janella, you did an amazing job.
Yeah.
Janella did an amazing job. All of the people did an amazing job. But what you said is so powerful, Janella, because remembering your voice is first. You are not a character. You are the character. You are being and embodying the person. And I want everyone to understand that this is not really a competition. This is a journey. Whose voice will be loudest on your journey? And Janella, amazing job. Truly well deserved.
Thank you.
Well, I am so proud of you, and I can't wait to press replay, because for some reason everything went out, but I'm so excited to see what you brought. I can't wait.
Thank
I wish Laura.
Amazing job. I think just trust yourself, knowing that you can trust yourself for everybody. And just go for it. Like, don't hold back. Just go there. Go to those places that you feel those tears coming, because that's what we want to see. And that's what's going to take you to the next level. So just amazing job. Keep up the good work. I'm excited to see what you do, because I have a feeling I'm going to see you on screen. So very good work.
Ditto that, Laura. Ditto.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, you have a beautiful gift, sweetheart. And I really feel you're just scratching the surface, really. You know, you're really scratching. I think that when you can really step into it and own it all the way, Janella, like no needing validation, no looking for it, just knowing what you bring to the table and making sure that you're doing the work and that you're leaving it all on the table. You know, like I say, you make sure that you're dropped in. And when you know you're dropped in and you gave it all that you got, that you can walk away and just know, like, if they don't hire you, that's their loss, and that's it, you know. So I'm looking forward to talking with you soon. Okay.
Thank you. Thank
All
you so
right.
much.
Thank you, beautiful. Have a good night. Okay, we'll be in touch. Okay.
Bye.
All right. That was awesome. Awesome. Okay. Well, I am not going to keep you guys not one more minute, because I am so grateful. Gil, you were you know how much I love you. We were sending you some messages, so I'm going to take a little credit in having you look down for half of this live.
And to everyone that I saw some of the comments, Josie knows me well. I was double, triple tasking, but I was very attentive to watching. But I guess looking down can look like you're not looking, because I'm texting everyone in the crew. But everyone, I watched every single performance. My internet did not lag out, and I stand by my decision. And everyone did a fantastic job.
Yeah, everyone really did. Laura, I'm gonna go right to you, and I'm gonna let you hop off this call. But
thank you so much for having me. That was such a blast, and I was honestly blown away. I'm very impressed by everyone. So keep up the good work. You guys are doing amazing. I hope everyone has an amazing night. It was so good to see all of your faces in the flesh and not just in Clubhouse. So thank you so much again for having me, and I can't wait to see you guys again soon.
I know, Laura. Soon we'll be seeing you again.
Yes.
Soon. Okay, Laura?
Yes.
Good night, Laura.
Good night.
Good night, sweetheart. LB, you were always my fly girl. So you were awesome, sweetheart. Thank you so much for your time, energy, being here. It just wouldn't have been the same without you, sweetheart. So that was fun. Did you enjoy that?
You're muted, LB.
You're muted, LB.
I said I loved it. I think I'm going to raise my seat, because when I'm looking at the screen to see the clients, to see the performances, it looks like I'm looking down, but I'm actually looking at them and watching them.
Yeah.
My camera's above everything, and I can't watch the performance. So,
yeah,
but I was delighted. Yes, this was amazing. I loved it. Have to figure out a faster way to do my calculations, but I having me be a part of this, and I so wanted to see Janella perform like one more time.
LB.
I was like, don't let her go. I know Laura got it, but let's have her in.
Look, I'm pointing up. Josie, send her the file so she can.
Yes. Well, I'm like, you know what? How, like when you do the end, they have to do a part of it again. I want to see a piece of it, something.
Listen, when you press play, LB, shivers and chills will run down your spine, guaranteed.
I was looking at my text messages from my team, and they were like, "Oh my God, she was amazing! She was amazing!" And I'm like,
I honestly would have had them go again, but the truth of the matter is that you know, Gil had voted for her, I had voted for her, and Laura had voted for her. It would have been different if Gil had voted for her, or if somebody, you know, if the votes were off. But they weren't, you know, we
And
had
everyone, here's the thing, and I think a lot of people take this and they do not understand. Josie and LB, we both get this, right? We are all co-conspirators in this sport, but there has to be someone that gives more, and that's the one that takes more. And Janella, I mean, literally, I had LB. You know, I'm not one to gas people for no reason, and you know the same, Josie. But there's just something that when when you just bring it, you cannot deny when someone brings it that level. You just can't.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to hit replay. That part.
You'll be excited, I promise.
I bet I will. Now, Josie, are any of these, are they signed? Or is anyone signed?
Huh?
Is anyone signed?
Yeah, we're live. Yeah, we're live.
No, she said, are they signed, the talent? Are they unrepresented?
No.
Really?
None of these actors are signed.
Oh, so we're going to have to talk about some of this in the future. Because, yeah. Oh,
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay, and I wanted, you know,
That's why you had us here. Yes.
That's why I had you here. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, that's something that we'll be able to talk about in the future, that they'll get to sit down with an agent. They'll get to, you know what I mean? Or even get signed for that matter. You never know.
Yeah, absolutely. So, honestly, LB, you know, these are all really, really special, you know, actors, and you know, if there's somebody that you see, sign them. Absolutely. That's, you know, that's
LB, we'll talk. Well, I know. Send LB the link so she can watch it back. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. So, okay. We are going to
LB, my team has been voting. So they've been like, this one was good, this one was good. So that's really cool.
Yeah. It's we did a combination. Some people are asking, you know, how did we tally the votes? It was a combination of text.
It was a combination,
yeah, it was a combination. Okay, we really thought this through all the way, you know, towards the end, just to make sure that we made it fair for everyone. And so we are using a real texting company that does this type of text to vote and that kind of stuff. So it's all like really legit. So yeah,
that's awesome.
Janella is the winner.
That's all.
Okay, absolutely. With that said, I hope you all, you know, first of all, Gil, thank you so much, sweetheart. LB, I love you. Hopefully this will be the first of many. We are not looking. We will be doing this every month, literally every month. We're going to. So if you are interested in joining us, then you have to meet us at Clubhouse. And you have to, I think we have Sydney, can you go ahead and put the email address? If you're interested, you are going to email us at respectforactingacademy@gmail.com. Put yourself on the list. We have quite a list forming. So make sure you put yourself on the list. You can perform a monologue and a scene. We are going to be doing scenes, as long as you have a scene partner who can kind of stand behind, so we can recognize your voice as the strongest voice. So we will be doing scenes. So scenes are acceptable. And follow us at Clubhouse. It's Respect for Acting and Audition Lab. That is the name of the club. We want to see you there. Make sure that you follow all of us here. Gil, you want to give your handle?
Absolutely. My handle on Clubhouse is the same on all social media. It is MRGILJ. And you will hear me and see me host all these lovely events as long as Josie has me.
He's fabulous. And as long as he doesn't look like he's falling asleep on the live. Okay?
Look, I'm texting Gil. Gil, I need you to lift your head up.
I lifted the computer up. I put it on top of a lift. But when you looked at, I'm part Native American, Josie. My eyes are slanted. I can't.
I was like, oh my goodness. He keeps looking down. I was going to pull you down too. I should have. Okay, so these are for all the people who are like staying and they're still live. This is all for you. you get to hear all like the backstory. You guys heard me anyway when I thought I was muted. Laura, yeah, I thought I was muted. That's just classic.
Can I say something to all to everyone that performed tonight? You guys did amazing. And just, you know, I always say, do you, be you, and shine. Maybe not this one, but the next one. And you just keep moving. You just keep moving forward and you find your true self. You just keep doing you, right? Just keep doing you. That's it. That's all. That's it. And you shine. Because again, if not today, it could be tomorrow. You never know. But just find what inspires you and just keep it moving. Keep going. So I like it. Amazing. And then find me on Clubhouse. I am Lene Bell, and that's the same as my social. My name is spelled out. I don't think you can find. Well, no, you can find me on there as LB. There's a guy named LB, and there's a woman. I'm the only woman LB on Clubhouse, so you can find me there as well. But we look forward to working with you, hearing from you, and watching you and seeing you grow, everyone.
Thank you, LB. You are the best. You are really the best. Thank you. Okay, with that said, we're going to just let some of the credits roll so that we can make sure that we're thanking everyone properly. And so we'll wave goodbye. Sydney, if you're working your magic the way that you do, let's go ahead and let the credits roll. And good night, everyone.
Good night.
We love you to every actor out there.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.